Hello, and welcome to the BMC Quick Course series. My name is Thomas Smith, and I am the lead support analyst based in Austin, Texas. In this session, I'll show you some of the configuration considerations for DB2 products. The panels for a product family or solution are grouped together. Products that use DOP option modules, option sets, or product option files for their products will either migrate the values from the old set to the new set, or create new options based on product defaults. Most DB2 products provide a choice to continue using the existing DB2 tables from a previous release, or create new ones and migrate data from the previous release. From the Execute Project menu, select Configuration Option 3 to set selected product or component values. Select Option 2, the Configure Products or Components menu. The next few slides will show a representative sample of DB2 configuration panels. The first panels will be displayed require you to enter the previous release of the products that you have. This information will be used to migrate existing product data and options. If you do not currently have the product installed, enter 1 for none. Enter the information specific to the first DB2 subsystem to use for this install. If your subsystem is a member of a data sharing group, enter Y to Member of Data Sharing Group. A subsequent panel will allow you to enter the data sharing group name and other members of the group. While you only need to install the products on one member of the group, some products use additional information to configure easy access to the rest of the members in the group. If you indicate that you have previous versions of the products that use DOPs, you can enter the location of the DOPs modules on this panel. Any options in these DOPs modules will be read and carried forward, and any new options for the product version that you are installing will be merged with the default values. You can type the individual load library or control library for each product, or specify Y to the option at the top to enter one library to use for all products. You can overtype the values on the bottom of the screen at any time. On this panel, specify the new POF name or whether you want to migrate from an existing POF. This panel will be displayed if you indicate you wanted to migrate your POF from an existing release. Specify the location of the existing POF and its name. Most DB2 products will have a panel similar to this asking for the new product synonym, whether you want to change the default plan and collection names and names of the DB2 objects. BMC recommends using the default object names where possible. Most DB2 products will provide a choice to continue to use the existing product tables from the previous release or create new tables and migrate the data from the previous release. If you choose option 1 to continue to use existing product tables, specify the existing database and creator names. If you choose option 2 to create new product tables, specify the new database and creator names to use, and then specify the existing creator name of the product tables in order to migrate the data from those tables to the new tables. A similar question is asked for the VSAM datasets for DB2 performance products. You can specify to create new VSAM datasets or reuse the existing VSAM datasets. If you choose option 1 to create new VSAM datasets, the existing datasets that you specify on the bottom part of the screen will be reproed into the new datasets. If you choose option 2 to reuse the existing VSAM datasets, the existing datasets that you specify on the bottom part of the screen will be referenced in the configured CList and option sets. Once you have gone through all of the configuration panels for the DB2 products, you will come back to the Configure Products or Components panel, and the Configure DB2 product option will be marked complete. After all the configuration options are marked complete on this panel, you can proceed to JCL generation, either by selecting option 8 from this panel or option 5 from the Execute Project panel. The option will not be highlighted until all configuration options are complete. However, the configuration options can be done in any order. All of the jobs particular to the DB2 products will be in the $700 series of jobs. Any datasets required by the products will have been allocated in previous jobs. If you are migrating your DOPS options, you will have a $729 DOP1 job, which will create source file from the existing DOP modules, and a $730 DOP2 job, which will assemble the source into the DOPS module. The options modules are assembled into the high-level qualifier UBMC link user dataset. If you are migrating your DOP options, $729 DOP1 job is generated with two procs to allow the flexibility to switch between migrating an existing DOP or creating a new one based on default values. The job will be generated so that the option that you choose, migrate or create new, will be executed. The other option will be commented out. Providing both options with one commented out will make it easier to deploy these products if you have some DB2 subsystems that do not have existing versions of these products for migration. This shows an example of the $729 DOP1 job, with the first proc showing that it will execute to migrate the existing DOP options to the new release. The second proc is commented out, which would create a new DOPS module for default values. To switch to the other proc, comment one out and uncomment the other. In the first proc, the symbolic specifying the old options name and its dataset will be set in the $INC DB2 member in the JCL dataset. These values were entered on the panel in the dialog. Review these values if you are deploying the DB2 product to another DB2 subsystem. In the second proc, review the DOP name that will be created. If you indicated to continue to use existing DB2 tables from a previous release, a $740 alter job will be generated for those products. Depending on the previous version that you selected, this job may or may not need to alter columns onto your existing tables to accommodate the new version of code you are using, the same tables as previous versions. Both versions can simultaneously use the same tables with no interference. The $744 POF job will create a new POF member and migrate the POF from your previous version if you specified one. After generation or for deployment to a different environment, you can change the members in the $INC DB2 member. If you indicate to use new VSAM datasets for the performance products, the $768 DOM job will be generated to repro from the previous datasets into the new ones. Thank you for your time. For more information on any BMC mainframe product, please visit the URL shown here.